Bringing you a little bit of soul time this morning, and we have Angel Celestina blessing you with joy. I thought that was beautiful, beginning the day with joy. And how many of us can struggle with that? It immediately, when I saw it, when I pulled it out of the bag of the angels this morning, the blessings, it immediately lifted my heart. It was like, oh, that's a beautiful gift to get today. It's a beautiful blessing to have. Blessings of joy. Blessings of joy. And isn't that the challenge? Even on a hard day, on a windy day, on a dark day, to find the blessings of joy. Angel Celestina in the integrated energy therapy system is associated with the neck, the throat, and the lungs, the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. And it's all around creative expression getting blocked by swallowing back our self-expression, by putting the needs of others first, by not saying our truth, not speaking our truth, not following and allowing the energy to be expressed. And I suppose in my work, and even in my own life, I know quite often I hold back sometimes. I think that's not the right thing to say right now. But it needs to get said somewhere because it is my truth. So I do a lot of what I call talking and tapping, where I literally will talk out whatever's going on inside me. Nobody else is there, and I just keep talking it out as I tap. And it just helps to retune it. And so, what's blocking your joy? And if there is something blocking your joy, see, can you find the time to let it out? I remember somebody telling me one time, one of the best things they ever did was go to the sea and on a stormy day and scream at the sea and just let it all out and clear that throat chakra. Another way of doing it is to go into your bedroom and put your face right into a pillow and just scream it into the pillow. If that's what's in your throat, if there's frustration and anger and anxiety in your throat, to let it out. And I also said that I use tapping very much so, because tapping is what turned around anxiety for me. Stress blocks us from feeling joy. And when we're triggering an overstressed response all the time, it will block us from really feeling into and expressing our joy. And, you know, we have the choice in what we say, what we think, what we do. We don't when we're overstressed and our brain takes all the blood flow away from that logical, conscious brain, part of the brain, and gives it to the limbic system, the older system, where all our subconscious automatic thoughts are. And back there, that's generally where we tend to have a lot of negative self-belief, self-worth from other people. Normally, it's not something, and from unresolved experiences. And they can be the simplest of experiences, but really be affecting your energy, blocking your joy. So perhaps put your hand on your throat right now and breathe into your throat. Breathe in joy. Breathe out joy. Challenge yourself today. The only words you're going to speak are joyful words. There's a challenge. Thank you, Celestina, for that one. But what will you do with the other words that keep coming into your head? You'll acknowledge them, you'll thank them, and you'll honor that they're coming from a stressed place or an unresolved place, a place of hurt that's not been resolved yet, a place of negative thinking that you learnt from other people or from other experiences in the past. And just to honor those and leave them where they are, and you'll come back to those. But when you're speaking to other people, and even speaking of yourself today, the challenge is to speak only words of joy. Focus on the positive. Even if somebody is driving you cracked, Find something positive about them and focus on that. And that can be very difficult if you were brought up in a family like I was, where it was always focusing on the negative, what needs to change. Focus on the positive. Because when we do focus on the positive, and you may know this from your own life, you feel better. It like lifts stress from you, and you leave other people feeling better because you've offered them positive. In the movie Agnes Brown, there's a line in it that says, if it was raining money, I think it was, or if it was raining soup, I'd be the one with the fork. And even a statement like that just puts out to the whole universe that, you know, even when the good comes around, even when there is joy, I'll be the one that isn't able to hold it. And I get that. I spent many years of my life struggling to find joy and struggling to keep joy to the fore of my mind and my energy. And it was all to do with past unresolved issues. To the point of illness, to the point of anxiety. But that can change. I know for me it has changed, and tapping is what has changed it for me. What will help you today to only speak words of joy? And to keep your mouth closed if it's not words of joy. Say those words in your head and try and figure out where they're coming from, and acknowledge that and say, but right now, I'm going to speak only words of joy. And if you find that difficult, perhaps you do need some tapping. And you can go over to my website, Retuning Me. There's a 6-week program starting on the 18th of February with a very good concession rate on it as well. 6 live webinars using tapping to help retune anxiety, overwhelm, fear, phobias. And bring you joy. Help you to focus on the joy. Blessings of great joy to you. Always.